Not long ago, we picked up our dream car, a Porsche 718 Cayman GTS. And recently, I just passed 1,000 miles driving in it after 3 weeks. 1,000. We're going to have to alter that. But what has this car been like for the first 1,000 miles of our ownership? You see that we're in probably one of the nicest settings. Is anyone coming? No, I'll get back on the road. We're in one of the nicest settings possible. And I suppose that's just the perfect thumbnail, isn't it? So we'll go with you for the thumbnail, and we're going to speak to Laura as well and see what she's thought about it, because we've done, that's not going to focus on her, there we go, we've done this week our very first ever proper staycation in the UK, which was a big reason for buying the car. And how's it performed? Also, it's broken. We'll discuss that at the end. That's a bit of a, yeah, let's get in the car. Just suction cut marks everywhere from the GoPro. It needs a clean as well, but right. Team, how are we?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Wonderful. The car's making a funny noise.
Just cooling.
It's cooling. It needs to cool. Right, shall we discuss 1,000 miles in here?
Come on in.
Said. Oh, need a key. I think you're doing a key for this. Most cars are push button now, aren't they? But
I know, it still annoys me.
1,000 miles in the Porsche Cayman 718 GTS. It's a mouthful. How have you found it? I want to start with yours, because a lot of people say that often I talk too much.
Ain't that the truth? And it's usually the girl.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. One thing that frustrates me when we're at home is that we're constantly moving the cars around in and out of the garage and things like that. Especially now I'm back at work, I'm actually using the car.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's been a joy, hasn't it, really?
I mean, I've been like a kid in a candy shop every single day, and when we picked the car up, the big premise was we're not going to smash miles on it. We're going to try and keep it to hold a little bit of value. I think it still will. It's still not going to lose a massive amount. I've got my head set on it is going to lose an amount, and that amount I've kind of said bye to. But also, there's something wrong with it, isn't there? We'll should tell them that at the end. It's going in, so we're going to just.
But now we've done a long journey in it.
Yeah.
Longish journey. The comfort's there. Like, I haven't felt uncomfortable.
I'm not gonna lie, the journey up here, the 2.5 hours, my sciatica, it was twinging a little bit. It was
You've
like
also driven that I haven't.
Yeah, and it is manual and it is short shifting gears and quite a heavy clutch and things. But the thing is, when you get on roads like this, it makes it all worthwhile, because my holiday could have been coming up here, driving every single day in this car, and I would have been happy doing that. That would have been absolutely perfect and fine.
Yeah, you did that in Scotland as well, didn't you?
Yeah, and that was obviously in the X4, but this is like a totally different animal. And the first 1,000 miles in it, would I say they've gone how I expected them to go? Well, they've gone a lot faster than I expected them to go, and I don't mean in speed, I mean in time.
Yeah.
We haven't had it a month yet, we just had it a month.
Just a month, yeah.
So obviously I can't keep smashing 1,000 miles a month on it, because that wouldn't make sense for the kind of car it is.
But I think because in your head when we got it, you said, you know, it's a weekend car, we'll do nice trips in it or whatever. But there has been the odd occasion where you've been like, oh, I'll just go to work in it, I'll just do that, I'll just nip down to the shop in it.
Yeah.
And like, we need to get that out of our mindset.
Yeah, we do really. But then it's here to be driven, and it's here to.
Oh yeah, but we want to keep it for a long time.
So a couple of things that niggle me, and I'm aware that, I mean, I watch a lot of kind of automotive car YouTube because it's my kind of hobby, and I do think it's made me not a happier person, because I'm a happy person anyway, but you laugh, but it's given me something to do. So like going and washing the car, going and taking it out on a spin, going in, because my thing is, and a lot of people will be kind of getting the world's smallest violin out to play the world's saddest song, but I made my I've made my hobby into my career.
I think what people don't understand is, and you won't until you've done it yourself, is how many hours go into, you know, filming content, editing content. And when I say this, he does not stop.
No.
You are on the laptop editing all the time.
But that's through choice. Like I do enjoy that, but there's times.
What they need to understand is that it is a full-time job.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So back to the car. For me, I can't believe how economical it is. Oh, that sounds ridiculous. It's more economical than my X4. So the other car we've got is a BMW X4 M40i. If you've not seen the video on it, that'll be somewhere on the channel.
You said it on the way down, didn't you? On the
Yeah, so like on the motorway, I'm getting 33 miles to the gallon, which for this kind of car is ridiculous. But that's what you do get when you don't, because the previous version to this was a naturally aspirated engine, this is a 2.5 litre turbo, so that gives you that little bit more kind of MPG. You still get the speed, you still get the torque, you still get all that good stuff that you want. You don't quite get the noise, and that's something, when I picked it up, I thought, well, I wouldn't want it any louder. And going on these long journeys, I stand by that, because I don't want to be sat on the motorway with behind me, like. And I know I love a throaty engine as much as the next car person or the next man, but I don't want it to be chavvy when you go on the estate. I don't want people thinking, oh God, they're going out in the car. Yeah, the X-Force sounds a bit, but again, that's a turbo engine as well. It's not naturally aspirated.
We don't want to go on driveway.
No, absolutely not. What annoys me about it? Anything annoy you about it? I mean, in fairness, of those 1,000 miles, I think you've probably know about 5% of them.
It annoys me that you clean this car like it's your little baby. You don't even go out and clean my car.
No, but the thing is, I don't mind sending my car and your car to the car wash, you know, to the kind of people who just wash it for £6-7 quid.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Because it's a daily thing. But for me, with this, I would never do that, because it's already got some paint swirls in it from the person that had it before, and I'm probably thinking about taking it and getting it all rebuffed and redone, and then PPF in it. We haven't really had the roof box on it that much yet, which...
No, and guys, we didn't need it for this trip. We've come away for 5 days and we've managed to get all our luggage and the dog's luggage.
And we've purposely not brought the golf clubs as well.
Purposely not brought them, yeah.
Speaking of golf clubs, Alston Moor Golf Course.
Apparently, it's the hardest course anyone will ever play.
Yeah, but that was local pub talk, and everyone says that about their own golf courses. One thing that annoys me, the handbrake. It's like the world's most ridiculous handbrake. You have to push it. It's an electric one down here. You have to push it to engage it, and to release it, you pull it. And I'm always like, I basically around with it until it stops. Love the gearbox. I'm really glad I got manual. Love the interior. I do wish I'd have got the red stitching in the headrest, just because I think it would have looked.
Oh, pheasant!
There we go.
Chase.
You could get it out of the way. It's that or run it over.
Put it into shock.
Well, it's better than putting it into the front bumper. Yeah, and I think that's probably... Oh, the back boot as well. So the back boot, you can't slam it because it will eventually warp the boot, the guys told me. Yeah. You have to push it down, which is fine if the car's clean, but if the car's got an ounce of dust on it or dirt on it, you leave thumb marks on it. And the wheels get really, really dirty as well. I don't know if you've noticed that. They are black, so you can't really tell too much. But driving wise, it's been an absolute dream. There is something a little bit wrong with it, and I think we'll actually pull over and talk you through that, because I still think it looks. I love the colour, like I love all of it. But right, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So sorry. So what is wrong with it? Well, there's like and mechanics might say it's nothing again, but there's a noise whenever it's in sport mode, whenever the exhaust valves are open, it's between 2,000 and 3,000 revs, and it's just a like a and it's not anything big. I don't think it's anything massive. I spoke to the guys on the phone and they said you can still drive it, there's nothing wrong with it really, it's probably just something that needs tweaking. So Porsche have been good, we're taking it on Friday and we'll show you that experience as well. I do want it to be an owner's experience, but I mean really, you can see here what I mean about the boot. So like if there's a little bit of dirt on there, do you mind? Thank you. And even like a little kind of few scratches. This paint does look like it scratches easy, but then it wipes off, so it's not necessarily all bad. But my favourite bit, just press the magic button for us, Laura. My favourite bit has to be that, and I know that's pathetic and really, really, really sad, but for me, that little tiny spoiler makes it like such a better car, like a really, really cool car. But for me, overall impressions, 1,000 miles in, I've absolutely loved it. I do need to not love it as much. I need to stick it in the garage and leave it there for a little bit, because we can't keep putting, like I said, 1,000 miles a month on it. It wouldn't be fair on the car, would it? But you happy? You enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
miserable.
He's just living the dream, isn't he? You alright, mate? We're going to get some ham. Yeah. So apart from that, guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed that. I've got some big plans with it once the world kind of gets back to normal. I do want to tour Europe with it. I do want to get the roof box on it, do different golf courses, different golf videos, whilst giving you the car content on here. I have filmed this once already, but I didn't turn the mic on, so this is not as good as the first time we filmed it, I'm not gonna lie. But did you hear what I said last time? Have I forgot anything? Think so. Apart from that, from me, from the sheep, and from these two, we are going to be more regular now as well, we promise.
Just taking a really cute picture of him.
Oh, have you? I'll stick that on screen now. Bye!